Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the live stream. I am your host, Badger Wild, and today we are back with another live stream operating in Space Engineers working on building the Bounty, attempting to get this ship up and running so we can have something awesome to play around with later on. We are still going to get to the Factorum. We've been doing a couple of raids and attacking various things. So, the other day we got the front part of the bounty done, the bow section of it, I believe that's what it's called. We got a nice set of teeth for this monster. We wanted something a little more. I wanted something a little more angry looking, and that's what we have here today. So we've got a railgun mounted up in here with a couple of side sections. We're going to try and get this all welded up. Yes, we did. For those that are just joining, yes, we did redo the entirety of the bounty. I know that's annoying, but hey, sometimes you got to do some cool stuff. Anyway, let's get started. So, for some reason, I keep dying off camera. I'm not sure what it is. I've been going to the right areas. Let's go here and let's build us another tool. Inventory somewhere along here has a assembler tool. Take that and I'll throw this there. And let's go back to this one. And we are going to go down here and work again. Lovely, beautiful Saturday that's going on. And I may do some live streaming tonight. Also, just for what we got going on with, not Space Engineers, with Helldivers at the moment. Haven't put in an order yet. I don't know how well that was received. Ow. So now I'm going to try and get this one singular railgun done for this destroyer. And we're going with a wing nacelle look for the destroyer. We're going to build a nice wing section. Wow, I am just all over the place right now. We're going to have a main railgun for our primary weapon that'll be fixed, spinally mounted, because that's always awesome. And I like the idea of spinal mounted weapons. They seem really awesome and cool. We're going to do that today. And I'm going to try and turn this area here and build it around and make this something you can kind of look into. So it'll look really nice. Really nice. Let me check something here. There we go. Yeah, I am talking. Sometimes you got to watch that because not if sometimes every so often it'll just go, nope, we're not going to do that. All right, getting a lot of this done. Let's see what else I can get my hands on to finish this up with. But yes, been had some things going on. I've got a project or two I'm currently working on, trying to get it finished, and some things are just not going the way I want them to. Also, work is going crazy right now. So for those that are wondering how my job went, I ended up doing a roof over the winter. And it's never a good time to do a roof over the winter because the the roof, dear Lord, roofing in the winter is awful because the asphalt you're working with on the roofing is actually very, and it looks like we're gonna have to build some superconductors here. So let's go over here. Go. Get those finished up. Them in place. Right there. And get some pieces there that are going in. That's good. Anyway, the problem with doing that at that particular time was all the wrong reasons because you always end up, like I said, over the winter, shingles are brittle. They're very hard to work with, and then you got to do other things. And now spring is coming in, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get done all the job that we've got going on at the moment, which is a bit of a nightmare at all times. And like I said, I've got several things going at the moment. I've got something else I'm working on, kind of a secret project. And if it works out, hey, there's some good stuff happening. But right now we have the railgun now built back up. All right, we have a single railgun instead of a double, which is what I was doing before. What I have to do is I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this section here. This is gonna be difficult to figure out. Oh yeah. Hmm. That is very odd. Oh, it's the light hitting it. That's what's giving me the problem. So I'm not welding a lot of this up because I don't know how I'm wanting it to work. Everything that's welded, I want it to stay welded because that's how I'm wanting this to be built and work. I don't know how a lot of this other stuff is going to work. I know we're going to add another third layer up here, like 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that. I don't know what we're going to do in the back here, so I've got to probably do some building in steel. I need to grab a couple of steel plates out of here and work from there. But yeah, that's the big issue with, because like I said, if you lift a shingle and you don't have it right properly the first time, it'll break, because that's one of the things that the colder it gets, the more brittle it becomes. So it quickly becomes a nightmare to work with. All right, so we got that done. Now then, I need to figure out. We've come up to here, and I need to expand this thing a bit. I think I can do that with adding a small wheel. Here, I'm going to add a couple blocks up here. Correct here. That should be the natural progression of making the ship kind of widen itself out a bit. Like I said, we are just building a frame so I can start carving later. So I think I can, I don't know if I can cut that off or not. I've got that one strut on the other side holding. I don't know if I can cut it. I don't know. I may add some teeth along here as well. Or some type of rocket launcher system. That might be pretty cool. So I may do that. We may do that. We may add some rockets. That sounds like fun. Love rockets. The other problem is I don't know how this is going to incorporate with the rest of it. So yeah, we all have limited space. We got to figure out how to use it properly. That is the big problem with space engineers. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna keep adding blocks, and after I get a shape figured out here, we'll start refining it a bit more. So I also know I'm going to have this section up here work. I'm probably going to put some kind of limitation to the block going up here. There's going to be an upper level, so I'm going to have to double up this section here somehow. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start here. And I'm just going to add some thin blocks here. Let's do number 6. There we go. Number 2 here. And we're going to take this, I want to say, take that 2 blocks, because we are going to enhance the size of this at some point. And I'm probably going to expand upon this size. Like I said, make it a little wider, make it a little bigger. We'll have this thin jawline in the middle of it, just as a decorative point, and for an intimidation factor, of course. I believe 5 is what I'm going to need next. There we go.
Energy low.
That is 1. And that is 2. Check that out. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Like I said, I need to figure out the design aspect of the ship. I need to figure out where my limitations are with it. Where my room is, where I can put my reinforcement zones, all that good stuff. Now, is this thing going to have all the extra amenities? No, probably not. It's probably going to be a pretty Spartan ship. That's what we're going to make. A fairly Spartanic ship. It's not going to be have all the great amenities that other ships have, but hey, it'll look good. And tonight I may do a Helldivers live stream just for you guys, if y'all really want me to. So now we have this. So I have the height right here. That's one of the good things here. I have height. No, I don't want that there. I've got some height. I know how tall this thing is going to be, relatively speaking. Be careful, because I did put a block on here at one point, and I got smacked in the face with my own block a while back. Like I said, this thing is probably going to come out looking like Sharkpedo before it's over with, but that'll be cool. Okay, we are going to add a problem down here, but I need to just figure out how that's going to work. We're going to just add as much here as we can going forward. Okay, we've got some design concepts going on here. Now, we are going to have to do some kind of angle here to make all that work, some design. Let's come down. Let's see. How are we coming down here? Okay, we're coming down at like a sharp angle. So we'll need... There we go. And then from here, I'll need about the same way, if not a little bit more interesting. Okay, got 2 there. There we go. That's creating... We kind of got our system set in like it's supposed to be. this up side here, like so. Then I can take this one support strut out over here. All right, check that out. It's gotten a little bigger, and we are building it with some intent. Have that going for us. I may undo some stuff on the bottom, but we're going to have to build around and make sure we keep everything where it's supposed to be. Other than that, working out pretty good. Yeah, it looks like a wicked monster from the bottom of the ocean. Probably going to add some pieces in here in the middle so it kind of flares a little bit, look like bone sticking off. So like I said, this is going to be like a big shark skull or some type of monster skull, like a Leviathan in Subnautica. For those of you that ever played that, that's what we're looking at here. Now let's just frame this a bit more. While I figure out where the fin section is going to come from. And there we are. That, and we have built up. Check that out. All right. Now we're kind of seeing how this is all going to play together. Let me see how this is going to work here. We got this one layer right here. It's going to come back to there. Means I could have a floor in here. And if I go up another floor, I could have a sort of a bridge up here somewhere. That would work. And then we're going to add the nacelle system that we had before. I'm going to try and do this as expansive as possible. It's a destroyer. It's a destroyer. It has to look good. So I don't know. I've got all this real estate here I can build something with. I don't know how I'm going to do that. That's going to be fun in its own right. I'll have to do some shaping. We're going to have to shape this somehow. I don't know how. Let me put a block here. So if something gets cut, it doesn't go anywhere crazy. I could start adding to this right now. Let's look at how I'm going to do this. How am I going to do this? Okay, well, one, this has to be up there higher. So we're going to do some cut there. Yeah, our railgun's going to be slightly exposed, so that'll be fine. No. Why did that happen? That. That there? Do we need to put that there? No, I don't. I need to do something different there. No, we'll do something even better. Let's do this. Let's grab that out. We'll do this. Put this one particular block here. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Oh, look at that. Oh, not that. Don't look at that. Look at this. Oh, I messed up so bad there. Oh, well, that'll be fine. Now this kind of has like a curvature to it. Probably chop that out. There we go. That's going to be interesting when that gets all built up. And then I just have to worry about figuring out this bottom section here. I may add a thin layer going on back. Oh, I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know what all I got to cut out here. So let's do this to the other side because I am satisfied with that. Okay, and build number 4. That's not the right block. Sometimes I swear. Yeah. It would be nice if I knew what type of systems I were putting in here. Kind of want to put the one deal. Let's see. What is a dual nuclear reactor going to cost me? Okay. There's our nuclear reactor. And I kind of want to put it in sideways like this. It's going to be fun. Install something like that. So what am I looking at here? 3x3, I think it is. A 3x3x3. So I'll need a tube coming off from there and hooking into this, and then I will need some way to hook in because my plan is also to put 4 artillery guns on this thing. That's the thing I really don't like right now is I can't zoom this in so I can see what it is I'm working on. I've got to work a lot by the eye. And I also got to do some carving up here.
Energy low.
We're going to do the low energy thing again. Let's hop out of there, head back up here and charge back up. So yeah. So yeah, ship is taking shape. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a kind of a slope back, like as shallow as I can make it. And I may add 2 main thrusters back there, and we'll set the nacelles in just as a nacelle system. And then I'll figure out how to get this thing to turn side to side later. The other issue is how this thing is going to dock because I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how I'm going to dock this thing. I could do a dock system like I did before where we just hook it into the deal and then we walk in. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I could do. I know what I could do. I got to have us enter in through the actual cockpit and then have a ramp going down, which connects into the station. The problem is I don't have a station point here that'll click off because we have these guns in the way. Need to come up with something else. We need a. This is working. This works for small ships, but we need something for big ships. Like these large mega cruisers we're going to be building here pretty soon. Huh. All right. While I'm at it, let me figure out this top here. I'm going to make this all go together. Let's go 3 here. No, that's not how I wanted that to go. Okay, there we are. So we got that all the way down. Now we just get the other side and we're finished. Let me do that like this. Do that real fast. Hang on a moment. All right, enough of that. Let's. Now by walking, this isn't so bad. Now I have an idea of where these are going to go and how this next section is going to incorporate in, because it's all the thing about making a good ship is tying it all together with shapes. So we are going to use elongated shape, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to incorporate the nacelles into this thing. Which is going to be fun. It's going to be just hilarious to try and figure out how to incorporate all this. I don't know if I'm going to need this bottom section either, because I don't think we're going to put major amenities. I think we're just going to have enough room for about 4 people. The destroyer is not going to need spacecraft or anything. And the plan was also to get together with Dog and do some type of build with this. We were going to do some type of build at some point where we could just load up all of our stuff and go to town with it. So there's that. Like I said, I do have this section here that can incorporate in, but I got to figure out how to incorporate it into the overall rest of the ship. And I think I'm going to level this section out and then run a wing out from here. But I'm going to have some type of sharp slope going that way and then reinforce with a type of fin looking thing. And then we're going to have 8 artillery cannons and then a series of what are they called? A series of broadside artillery guns, which will help out a lot. And then I may add some rocket launchers into the wing section so that when this thing comes in, after I fire the railgun off a few times at distance, once we close within like, I think, what is it, 800 meters? Is that what the range of that is? Is that the range? Let me check. They changed the ranges up. Yeah, max range 800 meters. So when we close in with the destroyer, we're going to have to start bombarding them with missiles or rockets. Eventually, we got to build a missile frigate. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to build like a basic frigate. We're going to have a bunch of missile drones attached to it. Just grab the missile, attach to the outside. When we get ready to shoot, we just pop a button and boop, out pops a missile. Missile pops off of it and shoots off to take care of business. That'll be fun. I think I'm going to take this section here and start pulling it up to the railgun. Show y'all what I'm talking about here. I think we're going to start pulling that up to the railgun, and I may let the nacelles kind of hang over and do like an angled nacelle, make them angular, because the detonation off of the nacelles isn't going to do too much, and I can put enough distance between them with that, and it'll be some large nacelles, but they will be kind of offset from each other. We can use those for maneuvering thrusters. We'll have two big thrusters in the back to just push this thing and make it go. But first, I want to see how this other stuff is going to come together. Because, like I said, when this thing gets into battering range, it's going to have to hammer the enemy with a whole bunch of artillery. We're just going to have to just like be launching rockets. That or for forward firepower, I could just chuck all of the ideas for turrets, and we could just mount a series of artillery cannons underneath the wings and just bombard the crap out of them like a Klingon Negvar. And then use missile turrets for firing and just use missile turrets for missile batteries. That's an idea. That is an idea. Wondering also how they're going to do missiles or rockets in Space Engineers 2. That's an interesting one. That's interesting. How are they going to do Space Engineers 2 missiles or rockets? Because that's going to be an interesting one. Right now, let's figure out if we can get this tooth section here to look a little more menacing than she already is. Number 3. Now we're going to need to go for number 4. Okay, this is where I'm really wishing I had Space Engineers 2 build capability. Because Space Engineers 2's build function, I can build around this and make what I'm wanting to make. And this is going to be very interesting. Now we have these two sections here. How am I going to do this? Badger, how are you going to do this? Okay. Let's try 5 here. That's interesting. Now what I need to do, let's go number 6 here. We'll do this just to add a little more menace to the ship. Like I said, if we want a menacing monster, we're going to get one. Just need time to figure that out. For 3 here. Give us that half block we want. Or that quarter block, I guess is what you would call it. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's getting even more crazier looking, but hey, it's looking good. It's looking good. We like this crazy look. And then number 4. Add this here. Ta-da. Ta-da. There we go. Oh, so we got this nice spiky looking ship now. which has that look. It's got that look going on. Though I don't like the bottom section here. I kind of want these to go a little longer. Let's see if we can get something a little bigger mounted. And I didn't mount enough of these, apparently. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, we put things in frames and we use an old grinder because, dear God. Now let's see. What could we put here? What could I put here? Oh, I know what we can do. Let's do this. I have a concept here. Go with me, folks. Go with me on it.
Energy low.
Spikeify the far out of it. Let's go up here and we're going to recharge real quick. All right, recharging again. This is going to be a terrifying nightmare. So now, number 3, go to this little itty bitty spike looking thing. Little itty bitty spike there. 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 Yeah, it's starting to look like a Leviathan now. We have this nightmare popping up. You just imagine you're some poor miner out in the middle of nowhere minding your own business, and this psycho looking thing shows up and says, "Give me all your gold." And you and your guys are just like, "Oh no, what do we do?" Badger and the bounty have come to just wreck all of our stuff. This is where things are getting interesting. Now, this whole top section here, I may do some more work to, and kind of forming it, making it into a more interesting look. Give it some serious variation up there. Make it look very bony. Need to number 6. And I don't know how that's going down, but I'm going to have to add at least another one right here. Finish this up. That very last little tooth going in. Could theoretically make that a little bit longer. I'm getting too spikified with this thing. It's getting spikified. How do we do this section? I built this section out like so, just to make it look interesting. I need to weld some of this together because oh my god. All right, number 4 here. And what was it I did on the other side? How did I do that? Oh yeah, did that. This. And then I need. How did I do that? How did I do that? Oh yeah, number 6. Yeah, we put something there too. Uh, no, I like that. Here, lovely Saturday though. At least it's a lovely day to stay inside and play video games, which I absolutely adore doing. Uh, y'all don't realize how much of a relief this has been today, being able to sit down and do this, because most of my week has been comprised of running and just trying to get as much stuff done as humanly possible. And finally, on the weekend, I get to take a couple hours. Like I slept in today. Y'all just y'all just don't know. I slept in today. I was gonna get up early. I was gonna do some other stuff, and I thought I woke up this morning, looked at the clock, looked at the alarm clock. I am tired. I slept into about 10 o'clock. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that's just how tired I've been. My job has been really pushing my buttons. Well, I'm not pushing my buttons. It's just been difficult. That's been the problem. I've said this plenty of times. If I could do this, if I could live stream all day, I'd do it. I would. Okay. What now? Oh yeah. Three thing out here. It's one of them ships that I'm going to build it, and it's going to be so sad if it gets destroyed. But we're using the bounty as she's intended. Hopefully, she can make some fast attacks and just stick in, hit hard, hit fast, and be out of there before anything stupid happens. Hopefully, we don't lose her, but that is a possibility. It's weird. Almost looks like I didn't put that thing in properly. No, I did not. Missed something somewhere. Hmm. Uh, Grind that loose and see what our problem here is. Oh, I see what's wrong. I see exactly what's wrong. Put that there, and then number 8 here. Boom. There we are. And it's getting this big bony look. Like it's got teeth on top of teeth. This will be a fun ship to fly around, though. All right, let's add some teethers down here. All right, got some teeth coming in here. Really nice big ones. This, that, and the other. Shove this in there. Let's fix to say, I think we can place that block. I don't know what you're thinking. May have to do some other stuff. May have to add some bigger fangs in the front just to, equalize it out and make it look menacing. But we're getting the look we want. We are getting the look we want. Now I got to figure out how to incorporate God this section here. Um, oh boy. Stretch out here a little bit. Now give me a sec here. I'm going to see if I can get me some water. Oh boy. Fun times, fun times. Yeah, tonight I'll probably do a live stream doing Super Earth, uh, Helldivers with the guys right now. But yeah, also another thing that's been bugging me is I've got a secret project I've been working on. One of the guys came up with this great idea. Someone did in the comments, and I said that's a great idea. Someone should do it, and so I'm now currently doing it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go from here, and I'm going to start because we're really long on the front. I'm going to start grabbing the front section here, pulling at it, and start shaping it outward so that we have a large base, and then I can add a couple of gun turrets or something. So let's see, what are we going to need? Number 5 to make this work. Oh, check that out. And we're going to need number 3. Do that. 6. And then 4. Just dragging it that way a little bit. Let's cut this out. And I'll add that block for about 2. Then we'll add number 6. 6, we'll go back to 3. Add a few more of these. Then we'll go to number 5. We'll start that whole process over again. Check that out. That's looking good. I'm liking that. That'll get us past there, and then I can work with this section, try to start getting it smoothed out. Whew. In fact, that'll all work together really well. Hopefully that'll all look good. I really wish I had a mirror tool right now. Okay. I do want 6 broadside gun batteries, at least, in assault cannon format, so I can get close and pound away on an enemy with this. Like, so we're doing a destroyer. We're not doing a battleship. We're doing a destroyer. Let me see. We'll pull this back. We'll do this by this section here, because I don't know. I know this is going to come back by 2. And then maybe another 2 back like that. Let's see. We have our transition block.
Energy
These stabilizers are continued transition back to here. And then a finalized transitional block. Yeah. So we've got 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Is that the 2 or the 3 that comes back? So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the transitional block there. And we're gonna just set that there for now so I can see how this is turning out. This is what we're doing. We're building today. Fortunately. Well, fortunately. Not unfortunately, fortunately. We're doing some build work. I did see a sweet idea for a aircraft carrier idea. I had to figure out how to do it. And And I think if we're going to do that there, that's actually far enough back. I believe I could start pulling this back a little further. So then, let's just say I start doing this number. Now, why do you do that to me? Like so. And then somewhere along here, I'm going to have to like lower lower the wing, so we can then do the underslung nacelle at an angle. Kind of look. That'll work perfectly. Actually, I wonder if I could just send this to the planet. Oh, I can't. Must be because it's in station mode. Okay, let's
Energy critical.
okay, let's go over here and recharge real quick, folks. Hmm. Have yet to get the new war bond also. Oh, back again. Duh. Back to the custom deal I am considering making, the little thing I'm working on, side project. What do you want to call it? Um, how do I put this? It is. I don't want to tell everybody what it is right now. Gomer knows what I'm doing. Some other people know what I'm doing, but I don't want to say what I'm doing because I'm a little worried that someone will try to do what I'm trying to do. And I don't want them to do it. I want this to be my project, and so I'm doing everything I can to make this work. Also, I wonder how much what I could do with the whole fire effect, like the pipes and everything. Hmm. I don't want to do that just yet because I don't know. We may have to, before I continue that, I may have to build the. We may have to build the one deal before I can figure out. I need to build the what is word? Brain just said no all of a sudden. It's like, no, we're not gonna work right now. I need to get what is it I need to get? What do we need? We need the bridge. That's what we need. We need the bridge. The bridge probably going to be too big. We will have an auxiliary bridge somewhere in the ship. I think I want to put a bridge here. And I don't know. I may also try to build some type of launch bay right here that we can install a couple of fighters and send them into combat. That may become a thing up here. I don't know. I may try it. I've got the room here to install something like that. Let me see. What would it take? What would it take for a fighter? I think my fighters are too big, by the way. I know it takes like what, three small blocks to make a large block, or like five and a half, 2.5, whatever. So look at this. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Excuse me. Um, okay. Let me get my maths out here. So we're looking at, that can't be right. Yeah, we're gonna look at like four. Three blocks aren't gonna cut it. I need almost 5 blocks of clearance. I've got that right here. So how long are the fighters? Because then we could technically have fighters in the ship. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I messed up here. Let's try this again. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so 24. Do some division there. Let's see. 24 divided by 3 is 8, I think. Yeah, that'll be 8 blocks. So I need wherever this launch bay is going to start. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So about that many blocks. That's going to be nightmarishly huge. And we're going to have gun turrets on the sides there just to protect this thing as ships take off. So we could probably smash 2 fighters in there onto the top. I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm not feeling extra fighters. I'm just not feeling it. Also depends on where the transition is going to have to work from. Let me look here. Somewhere here. So the transition point's going to have to start from here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop a block there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll drop a block right there. And we could, from there, I could load maybe 2 fighters each. Yeah, we could load up to 2 fighters on the top here. Yeah, it's going to be a big destroyer. So I mean, we're building a big ship. Like I said, we need something intimidating. I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that or not because it is going to mess with the overall aesthetic of the ship. Having a couple fighters, we may. Oh no! I don't need to do that. We came up with an idea a while back. Me and the guys did, and I forgot about it. Of just attaching a little shark-looking drone to the bottom of this thing and launching those into battle. So we'll go from there. Why do the really dumb stuff and we can just do something smart? Okay. Let's look here. At some point in time, this is going to have to transition over. Let's see. Where's our transitional? We got some transitional blocks here. Let's look here. Let's start here. There we go. And then there should be a block I can use to transition there. And then this section here is going to start turning into what I will affectionately call the main bridge. And I can add a couple of small blocks here. And then I believe, where are my guns? 7, we need the artillery cannons. Those, yeah, these. So then I could add a few of these suckers right here, if I can work around. And so we'll have a couple of assault cannon turrets. And this has a maximum range of 14 meters. So when the ship gets close, it's just going to start hammering away at a target at 14 meters. And then we don't have to worry about a whole lot of other things. So while that's going forward, I can make a transitional point here, build that up, and start building a 3-block thick area here, or maybe a 4-block. Yeah, we'll start building down 4 blocks. Start building it downward 4 blocks and over. And start coming in from this side. So I need to make this side over here match, which should be fun. Let's see how to do that. How to do this. All right, we connected that stuff. Let's connect up here. Which I need to do. Let's I was already on the right one. Then we're going to 5. No, that was number 6. How did I do that? That was bad. And to make that work here, to that. There we go. Now all this is starting to come together just beautifully. Am I missing anything over there? Yeah, I need to put some stuff there.
Energy low.
Ugh, really? Put that there. With 3, we do this. And I should be able to go up. To there, yeah, like that. And those 2 blocks back to number 5. Nope, no, we got to go to number 6 this time. Oh yeah, I'll check that out. That's awesome. Now we're there. Now we go to number 5. And I add that in. And there we go. That's both sides pretty much where they need to be for the moment. Now I need to go to number 1. And there we go. Now, let's go recharge real quick. We'll grab some girders, and I will make that work. We'll get some girders for this one, and we'll be able to take that, put those girders on, and start building the actual main bridge for the ship. And then from there, we'll build a. We can work on the rest of the ship for a moment. It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. It's getting there. Going places. But I do want to work on other things. Because once I get the bridge done, I'll have a good idea where this is going to go. Grab all these girders. Need a few more just in case. I've got some, but I want to at least another one. And we'll fill up on steel plates and we'll go from there. Okay. Need a window block. Let's grab these. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We'll just take those out right now because, screw it. Screw it. Number 1, I'm not going to be able to get away with that yet. So we'll go number 2. Oh yeah, that'll work out great. There we go. Look at that. Got the makings of a bridge. I need number 3 here. And all I need from number 3 is a flat window. That's it. I guarantee with Space Engineers 2, we're going to be able to make some crazy looking bridges at some point. There we go. Check that out. We've already got our bridge for the ship. Jeff is looking terrifying. I need this to look terrifying, as I'll get out. Let's do 6. Got a plan for this one. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe 5. I am wanting menace here. Going to get it. Wait a minute. Oh, I put the wrong piece in. Hang on. You're supposed to go higher, and you're supposed to go here. And then number 8, throw this in there just to give a few more spiky looks. There we go. It's kind of elongated. I like it and I don't like it. But it is going to be a protected bridge, so it's going to be hard to just shoot in there and kill everybody on board. Do that and that. That's a pretty decently sized bridge. There we go. We'll add some kind of windows in there. That does look wicked on top of Jeff. Makes Jeff look mean. Jeff is coming to a whoop some butt. I think I'm going to stagger up some blocks here. Let's do some block stagger so we can get that menacing skeletal effect that I'm wanting to go with. And we'll go to number 4. This block. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah, that's going to start looking good. Then I got to do the nacelles. I'm going to put one main, probably 2 main ion thrusters so that we can have some cruising speed. There's a certain way I'll put those in so that they'll look good. And then just work the nacelles in and some defensive turrets, and Jeff will be done. And he'll be ready to go out into the universe and kick some butt. But yeah, I'm also going to have to figure out how to. Let's see, yeah, I got to incorporate this here. There we go. Yeah, it's already incorporated on that side. I think the upper deck is basically done in some places. I need to. It's probably time to start welding all this up at some point. At least this shell that I got going. Yes, we hand welding today. I need? I'm gonna need some more steel plates, obviously. I've got 21 left. Let's go see if we can find some more. Neat. There we go. There we go. Head on down here. I do want a custom turret right about in here, so we're not going to weld that. We're going to weld this area up here.
Energy low.
Yeah, it's looking meaner now. It's looking meaner. Let's go get some. There we go. Let's get some power up. Do like power up a little bit, and then we will go from there. Mm. Stretching up my back a little bit because I've been sitting for a little bit. All right, let's go ahead. I have a much faster way of doing this. Block and just start yanking stuff. As I said, I'm pretty sure this area is going to be done. So yeah, like I said, working this week has just been nuts. I have just had my fill of work. Steel plates. I think everybody can relate to that. You know, just your job gets in the way of things that you really like to do. May add a rocket launcher to this thing. I don't know. My opinion, that'd be fun. All right, we're gonna get as much of this welded as we can. Oh, I'm out of plates. I'm out of steel plates. Oh, that's horrible. We can get the top of this thing figured out. I've got it figured out. I can get the top of it built up and done before we go. Because I am going to have to go here in a minute. But like I said, part of the reason also that's been part of the reason why in the comment section my fear is everyone's a little miffed about. Usually I try to answer every comment in the comment section, and I have to take. I'm having to make sacrifices at the moment, get things done. Sorry, my kid's asking questions right now. Like I said, it hasn't been that it's not a burnout issue, because I think someone asked me about that, and I realized it was a problem because someone asked me, hey, you haven't answered as many questions as you normally do. I'm like, oh, I haven't, and I got to looking, and so I did a mass. I'm having to do like mass runs through everything, going, oh yeah, I got to answer this guy, that guy. But one of the things that I am I am sacrificing time for you guys might have some fun with. Uh, like I said, one of the guys came up with this great idea that I'm looking at as a possibility to do something. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't need all those. I have the wrong set of blocks there. There we go. There now. Grabbed the wrong stuff. But like I said, one of the guys was doing some cool stuff, and suddenly, someone in the comments came up with a great idea, and I was like, or just mentioned something in passing, and I looked at that and I thought, it's not a bad idea. Why didn't someone do that? And it requires a bit of technical knowledge, and I've been putting that technical knowledge in. And I've always said about the channel. See, here's the thing. I'm going to talk about to to warn everybody. We're going to talk about some money at the moment. We're not going to talk about money issues. We're just going to talk about money in YouTube and some other crap. So one of the ways you make money on YouTube, um, is you just have people watch, and the watch y'all guys are amazing as far as watching. Okay, I just want to let y'all know that it I couldn't ask for a better audience. I've got what I would like to say is my regulars. I've got people who I don't want to say because I don't want to sound like an ass saying it. Okay, but I've got people who are I've got like the core audience, like my inner circle audience, and that's the people that they're ride or die. They're going to show up no matter what. I've got what I'm going to call are the people that will show up. They're not ride or die, but they're like regular people. They regularly show up. And then I got an audience that if they see the video doing really good, or if it's something that they're really interested in, they will join in. Sometimes I get like to 1,000. And I've something I've learned about YouTube, and just some friendly advice on YouTube. Don't It is not
Energy
the big
low.
numbers that you as a creator should worry about. It is the consistent numbers that you should be worried about. Consistently, this channel runs about over, little over 100 people at any given point in time. God, those fangs look amazing. If I brighten them up a bit, they'll look even better. But I say that to say, and that this is my advice to people who are doing YouTube, don't freak out when you're sitting there doing YouTube and you look at YouTube and you're like, ah, man, I'm not getting the numbers that I want. I'm not getting the veracity of viralness that's going in. That's going to kill you as a creator. You're you're going to kill yourself trying to do that as a creator. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is do consistent stuff. If you're doing a video and you're getting 10 consistent views, and you see those views start to gradually start moving up, those are core audience members. They're the people that it doesn't matter. They're coming in. If you want someone to watch your video, they're going to be there. They're like your best friends to an extent. That's how I kind of view those people. In terms of like if YouTube was like your group of friends, you're going to have that core group of people that are just there all the time, and that's what you need to work on. You need to work on a consistent audience, not an audience swing. So the other way, and I do good on the watch time stuff. Um, hey, to tell y'all guys, uh, give you an example. I'm gonna praise all of y'all. I'm gonna dote on y'all a little bit with some praise. You guys were so awesome with watching videos and stuff that my headset broke, and right about the time my headset broke, YouTube dropped me $100. So you guys, I got a certain number of watch hours. I don't know exactly how many total it was necessary because I also had some crap on YouTube's end where they were like, we need you to reconfirm this. We need you to confirm this again. I had to confirm with my driver's license about 7 times before they finally got up enough nerve to send me a check. And so then it direct deposited into my account. And right after that got done, my headset just like busted. I was like, oh, yes, I got my next paycheck. And then my headset broke. I was like, Oh no, because it's like back when last year, if y'all recall, when the I downloaded a game and the computer just started freaking out over it. It just wasn't going to handle it. I downloaded some kind of a malware and I had to redo it. And I kept telling y'all I have to monetize the channel because that's something that fear of equipment breaking down has always been a problem. And I got the first paycheck from YouTube, and that absolutely just went right. I was sitting there going, "Oh man." I told my wife after I was like, "Hey, my headset broke. I don't know what I'm gonna do." And she goes, "Did you not start getting money from YouTube for this particular reason?" I was like, "Oh yeah." So it was like I just went to my bank account, pulled out $100 that I needed, went and got a brand new Turtle Beach headset, and you guys paid for a headset. Like y'all supported the channel. There was no downtime. uh, my paycheck for my actual job ended up we were working by the job, so there's like a certain period of time where I just didn't get payment. I'm not complaining about anything. I'm just explaining. I If it hadn't been for you guys watching videos, this would have been my headset would have been down, and I would not be able to do like voiceover stuff on the channel for about 2 weeks because that was when the job that I was doing a job moment. And like when you work by the job, you get paid a certain amount before, you get paid a certain amount later. I got all the bills paid, and then I had to was waiting for the last bit of the paycheck, and it just didn't come in time. And my headset broke at the most inopportune moment, and it just turns out because you guys are on the channel, you're watching, you're doing cool stuff. You guys covered a headset, so y'all are awesome. I'm gonna let y'all know that you're amazing. You guys are just awesome. So the other thing is, it's like I've learned over the years to take opportunities, and this is where it comes down to like the other thing I've said about the channel. I've said that if I do the channel and you guys give me money, I want you to give me money for something that I'm providing value for. And this idea I've been working on so damn cool. It's so damn cool. Let me put it to you like this. You're going to have the ability with what I'm doing, you're going to be able to use what you guys build in Space Engineers with what I'm coming up with. And I'm almost done with the verbal aspect of it. There's a certain amount of the English language that's going to have to be incorporated into this thing. I promise you, this is really cool because I've done taking it. I showed it to. I took the idea, didn't tell anyone what I was doing with it, and then I gave it to Gomer a couple days ago, and he's like, "What is this?" I said, "You know what it is." I explained to him what was happening. He goes, "Oh, oh, this is so cool." He was stunned. He was like, "Oh, this is a great idea, man. This is so cool." And so I'm coming up with this great product idea that I'm going to throw at you guys. Um, it's going to require me to get a couple of things to make it all work. But mostly the way this is going to work out is I'm going to have, and the entire product is up to y'all. So, and this is how this whole thing is going to work. You're going to have a part of this, which is I'm going to be providing a set product that you can purchase to enjoy what it is I'm coming up with. And trust me, what I'm coming up with is going to be really cool. Or, and this is the or part of it, you guys can make your own pieces for this product that I'm coming up with. And all you'll need is a verbal document that comes with it so that you know how this works. And then y'all can take stuff from Space Engineers that y'all have built and you can make stuff based on those ships or on those builds, and you'll be able to use it with the product. And I don't want to tell y'all what it is because I don't want somebody walking in there and going, "Yeah, I'm going to try this now." It's like, no, this is my thing. This is me taking, and all this is it's me taking a bet on myself. That's what I'm ultimately doing right now. Ultimately, I am just going in, taking a bet on myself, and trying to get this done. And that's where I'm currently at the moment. But yeah, and trust me, and before people start asking, you're going to see it. You're going to wonder how I'm doing this. Trust me, I found ways to do it. It'll be fun, I promise. And it's also something that I have watched for a very long time. And the problem with what I'm getting into a market, and the problem with the market is the people that are in the market don't care that much for the people that are there. And I'm going to try and create sort of a safe haven for people because there are products and stuff in this same marketplace that I have watched that we've all trust me, when you see what I'm going to do, you're going to all be like, "Oh, that makes a lot of sense." And let me tell you some of the stuff that how do I put this? There've been some people who don't really care about this particular genre of entertainment, and they have pretty much ruined some titans. And a lot of us who love this genre of entertainment are really pissed. Like I'm mad about some of the stuff that has happened. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give too much away because I don't know how well this is going to go down. There's this possibility that while I'm doing this, something stupid will happen, and all my carefully laid plans are going to go to naught. So instead of promising and accidentally over promising what will be done, I'm going to just give y'all the hint, tell y'all there's a product coming down the line that if everything works out, and also ask all y'all to pray for me while I put this product out because I don't. This is the first time I've done anything like this, and I don't know how it's going to work. But if you guys will just just pray that I'll be successful at it, and for once there will be a person in that space that will you will have a competitor in that space for once. It won't be the biggest product in the world. It's not going to be game changing or shake everything up, but it will be something fun. That is the first thing I'm going for. Be like Space Engineers. I want something fun. I don't want something that I like Space Engineers because I can do stuff like this. Look at that monster right there. Look at that absolute beast of a ship right there. And I like doing stuff like this. I like building things in Space Engineers. And the kicker here is I like this because it's fun. And there's just limited things I can do because I miss when games were fun. That's why I come back to this one. And I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of y'all do too. You come back to space, you're on Space Engineers, I'm on Space Engineers because it's frigging fun. There's an endless amount of creativity that goes in. I'll tell you what I like about Space Engineers. Space Engineers is that game. Oh boy, we are out of steel plates, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hop in here real quick and produce up some. And let's do this. I'm gonna need about 50,000 of those. But the thing that is happening now, and what I want to try and correct, because it's one thing to complain about what is happening, but there's a saying from Mark Twain: everyone complains about the weather, but no one ever does anything to fix it. And that's what's going to happen eventually. Uh, the thing that's irritated me is I've told y'all that me and my kid, we do some stuff. I really am sick and tired of dealing with people who are forcing me to have conversations with my kid that she's not old enough to have conversations about. And it really irks my nerve when I'm sitting there and I have to have a conversation with my kid that I know she's not old enough to have with me because somebody in either a video game or book series, she has had book series where she has come in there and started asking us questions about the book series, and I'm like, oh, okay, they did this, so we can't. We're going to have to not do this anymore because this is not appropriate for you yet. It is not a. It is not a matter of me being a prude. Yeah, I'm not a prude. My kid, it is like anything else. I have this mentality on it, and my grandfather kind of instilled this into us when we were younger. He said it's better for a man to be in the presence of evil and resistance and resist it than it is for a man to never know evil because he doesn't know how to resist it. He said you are at some point in time when you have kids, you have to trust that they are going to make the right decisions. And if you don't, if you've never done that, if you've never been your kids never get tested at the same time, you want to teach your kids how to do that, how to resist that kind of stuff. And that is the thing that I have had difficulty with a lot of entertainment right now. I've had this issue with entertainment for quite some time. And the problem always stems it's someone else wanting to step into a position that they have no business being in. And that's one of the reasons I
Energy
mostly it
low.
was doing this product idea. I came up like I saw the opportunity. I was like, yeah, I'd love an opportunity to do something, different than carpentry because I've done this for years. I'm tired of it. It's like what's his name in the Green Mile. I'm tired, boss. Okay, I'm done. I'm done doing this. I've done construction. I've done carpentry most of my life. I have gotten all of the character building out of it that I think I need. I don't need any more. And I'm at a point where if there's going to be stuff for like my kid out there that she can enjoy, dad's going to have to build it. Well, folks, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm pretty good at building shit. So I may have to go out and build things like this monster. Look at Jeff. Jeff is looking so nice today. He's looking good. He looks menacing. I want to fire Jeff. I want to just pop like one railgun round in and just pop it off, but I'm afraid of ripping through the station in the process. Times like this, I wish I had put something else on there. But we'll get Jeff built up. I bet you this railgun firing through his teeth is going to look amazing. But yeah,
Energy
this was
critical.
this was me sitting there being a fan of something, me and my kid both loving something, having fun at it, having it taken away from us, and then me looking at my kid because we've started other products like this. Their entertainment product is what it is, and I just don't like the fact that the people that run the stuff that I like hating my guts because when my kid gets there, they're gonna hate her guts too, and that's not gonna happen. So if y'all want to ride this ride with me, I mean, pray for me. Number one, just pray for me. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for money. Not yet. There will be something there. I have watched other people launch products before, and the whole time that's happening, I was so intrigued. I've watched Richard Myers launch his books. I bought Jawbreakers, Lost Souls. I think I bought the second Jawbreakers, and I've got the third Jawbreakers. I've gotten some of Cyberfrog. I've got other people's books too. I've got Common America. I've got My Hero Macademia. I watched people start these products. Space Engineers itself, right now in Space Engineers 2, we're all supporting a product that's coming out. That a company that has just said, yeah, we're not going to tell you what to think. We're just going to give you the tools and let y'all make what you want. What I want to do is I want to bring back that era of COD in Black Ops where we were putting our own guns, where we could make our own gun skins and people and the companies got mad at us for doing that because we kept doing stupid stuff. Like I will personally admit to this. I got on my gun one time and I had an AK-47 and I was like, no, I had one that looked like an AR. And so the skin on that thing was I called it the General Lee skin. You can figure out how that was. It looks good. I got compliments on it. But yeah, it's stuff like that. I don't care what people put on their stuff. I don't care what they build. I just have fun. That's my thing. I think people should have fun. And if you're having fun, you're doing something. I kind of it's kind of like Nintendo's motto. Nintendo comes in and says, "If it's not fun, what's the point?" Because if you're getting on a game, it's like Helldivers. Helldivers is fucking fun. Okay, it is fun. Get out there with your buddies, standing against impossible odds. You can hear the Deadpool Hallelujah music playing in the background as you and your buddies are holding the final objective. You know, you're trying to hold long enough for your buddy to like punch in some codes. I think one night me, Dog, and Eli were playing, and I dropped in on them, and it was this beautiful moment. I got done, and they were like, "Dude, you should have recorded that," because they're on the automaton area and they were getting hammered. So I jump in with like a jetpack and I'm just taking out tanks and blowing stuff up right and left. I finally get killed. It wasn't like so badass. It was like, yeah, I jumped in, I took out a couple of Hulks and some tanks, wiped out a few hundred bots, but it made a difference in that fight. That's all I did. And then I died, making a difference. Last stand kind of thing. That's what I like. That's what everyone likes. We should be able to have more of that. And so I'm kind of in the mentality of I'm gonna try and create something that looks like that comes to fruition. And I'd like to do that, like with Jeff down there. Jeff looks cool. We're probably going to put Jeff on the workshop so people can play with Jeff. I wonder if I'd put the saber on the workshop. I need to put the saber on the workshop. I need to put the saber on the workshop and let y'all check it out. Uh, Jeff right now is looking great, and I may have to leave here in a minute. Get ready. I need to figure out some eye placement. I got to go back and look at Gary from. He did some cool Gary's eyes. I got to look over that one video where they were, I think it was Outlands. I gotta look over Outlands to see what what the heck they did with Gary that made Gary look so cool. Right now, we're gonna add some white here because I've had that moment where I've kind of preached a little bit. Probably shouldn't have. But yeah, my thing is not, and I'll tell you a product that really disappointed me the other day. It's kind of what's been going on with Trench Crusade because Trench Crusade was coming off as like a replacement for Warhammer, and I've been watching what happened. I wanted to get into Warhammer for a while, and I looked at Warhammer and I was like, oh, that looks so cool. But then they started getting stupid, and so I just kind of afterward just kind of looked at it like, oh, hell, that didn't work out. We dodged that financial money pit right there with everything they were doing. And mostly it's just been a hatred of the people that buy your product. I don't understand that. I don't understand that hating the people that buy your product. I'm telling y'all something right now. If you guys bought something of mine, and I am being honest right now, if I put a product out there and you guys bought the crap out of it, I would be elated. Okay, I would be absolutely thrilled. Oh, that looks terrifying. Jeff has all kinds of teeth. Oh boy. Oh boy, Jeff is going to be a nightmare to deal with. He's going to be intimidating. Whether he's all style and no substance, we'll find that out later on. But like I said, I watched Trench Crusade come on, thought it was going to be great, and this is where I'm going to harp on this. They did something that absolutely just made me go, "What?" They started telling people that their game, and I'm going to say this right now, I'm not Bible thumping. I'm just stating the obvious. The game looked very based on Christian stuff, iconography, not morals, but Christian iconography. And the next thing I know, they're sitting on there telling everyone, "Oh no, it's not. None of this is based on Christianity." I'm like, Dude, you have crosses and the Pope and priests, and you've got people suffering for the cause. What in the world? Short of Jesus walking the battlefield, I don't understand where you're coming from right now. And it was mainly just they just didn't like the people that were starting to be part of their community. And so they just kind of tanked, they just went after them. And I was like, this is so dumb. It is so dumb to just lose your mind over people who are willing to give you money. I don't understand that. It is just one of those things that just bugs me to no end. I don't understand the incessant need by some people to just screw over someone else and make them feel like just get mad at them because they think differently than you. Like I don't care, honestly. Let's see here. I know I am preaching today on this, but it was something that just bothered me to no end. It just absolutely bugged me when I saw stuff like that. It's been bugging me since I've seen stuff like that. I wonder. No, I probably can't do that. But Jeff is looking cool. Jeff is looking awesome. I gotta put some teeth on the other side of Jeff. So we need that second set of teeth on the other side. But he is looking just ew. See this thing coming at you. The Factorum's just be like, oh no, they brought the shark ship out. Jeff is here and he's not happy. But I do. Before I do anything else, I need to figure out how Gary looks because I want to do Gary's eye on this ship because they did a Gary eye the way they did Gary's eyes. I can't remember if they put a I can't remember if they put a light and then just a thing over it or what. I can't remember how they did that. I'll have to figure that out when I get off here and look at it. I got 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes before we get there. Let me see. Where is that one hole at? It is right there in line with that tooth. We are going to probably cut that out. All right. Cut that loose. Oh, why? Rubber banded. But yeah, like I said, I've come up with this product. You guys are gonna love it. I can almost guarantee it. I mean, if I got Gomer sitting there going, dude, this looks amazing. I guarantee you guys are gonna love what I've got coming down the pipe here pretty soon. I'm just hoping it turns out like I'm wanting it to. But yeah, like I said, uh, pray for me in this endeavor because I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I am jumping into an area. I am doing something I've never done before. I have run businesses. I've never launched a product. And so the plan is when I get started, there's some prototyping that's gonna have to be done. I'll probably prototype with a couple friends of mine. I may hand out some stuff just so you guys can, get some trusted people to help out, and then we'll go from there with the prototyping. I've also like I said, this is something that I don't want to give too much information on. I don't want people going, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like video games where they go, yeah, look at all these graphics, look at all this stuff, look at everything that we're gonna do in this game, like shoot for the moon. And then turns out later the game is not got all the mechanics that were promised. The graphics are not that good because the team was like, yeah, we didn't realize our limitations. And that's the thing about video games, like you gotta know your limitations in doing a game and making it look good. But that's the issue I'm running into at the moment. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go out there tell you guys, hey, look, this amazing thing's coming, and if this fails, it fails. It's not going to bother me. I'm not going to lose my shit. I'm not going to get online and start screaming at everybody. It's just it failed. It failed. It's not that big a deal. I'll wash my hands and then I'll do something else. Whatever it makes, what it is, whatever it makes. But yeah, I think I've got time. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get the other bottom Jeff teeth done, Jeff looks even, at least. I think I can get those done fast enough. All right, four. There's one. There's a two. And there's a three. And a four. But that's something I think I'm going to leave it with. I think I'm going to close that little statement with this. If y'all are looking at what's going on in life right now, and you're saying somebody should do something about it, as long as you're not killing anyone or selling drugs, be honest about that, or doing things that may not be looked down upon. If you feel like you want to try and change it, go for it. I mean, like video games, take a shot. Okay, I've been studying Unreal Engine for a while. That is something in my lifetime I'd love to do at least once, is make a video game. I wish I knew some people who do stuff, because right now my problem isn't programming things. My problem is asset production. I'd like to make my own stuff. I can program in a weapon right now. I've learned to do that. I've learned to, and of course, I'm using blueprints to do that with, but I've learned to put stuff in. Oh, yeah, Jeff is just a toothy monster now. He has some, he's going to need some amazing dental coverage. I can tell you that much. But like I said, um, I've learned how to program stuff. My problem is for some reason, I just cannot get Blender right now. I'm at this weird block with Blender, but I know um, I can do stuff on Unreal Engine. I could get a game, something simple done now. I'm getting to the point where I could do something pretty cool. I've got ideas. I just need the time and the energy to figure out how to do them. Let's go down in here. See if there's anything that needs to be cut out. Doesn't appear to be. All right, let's head down to here. This section's at.
Energy low.
There we go. Oh boy, did I just cut off? Nope. Oh no, nope. We still have access to everything. Like I said, I have been. Oh no. Why is it? Okay, that makes sense. Trying to figure out why everything was a different color. There we go. But yeah, if you're out there and you're doing stuff and you're saying, man, I wish there was this game. I wish there was that game. You know, do it. Go and do the game. Like the game Choo Choo Charlie. I'll tell you all this that I found out as I was sitting around there, figuring things out, what I wanted to, ideas. The guy that did Choo Choo Charlie did it with just the blueprints. He used the blueprint system and did amazing stuff. He made a game that had a lot of downloads and a lot of people love it. And I actually watched an interview with him, and he said Unreal Engine system. He said learning blueprint. He said that is what made it possible for him to do a game and do a cool game. And if you guys are in that position where you're just like, man, I wish there was a better game out there. I wish I had a game that was just so awesome. Okay, let's just say you're sitting there and you got this great idea and you just wish somebody would do it. You wish somebody would make the game. Go online. Unreal Engine is free. Do it. Okay. I've made doors that open. I've made a flashlight on Unreal Engine. Um, just within the past couple months. And I did the thing. It's kind of Thorson. I know he's going through some crap right now, but his advice on that still sticks. And that was I just took that challenge. He said just bet on yourself for a month. If you don't learn anything, you don't learn anything. But 9 times out of 10 you do. And guess what? I learned how to program in a gun. I gotta figure out how special effects and everything works. But I know how I can program stuff in. And now looking at Unreal Engine after I've learned something, I'm looking at this saying, I could do this, I could do that. Um, I could take. I know some people may get mad at me for saying this, but I could probably get some AI and incorporate that into the game. Um, probably do. There's an AI program out there now that you can get all of your motor functions. So I could do forms, record them on a phone or with a recording device, and then put them in, and it'll take the video and mocap it. And I just have to do it from multiple angles, and then we can get a mocap. I can start mocapping my own sword fighting moves. Um, there's all kinds of cool ideas out there. And if you know what's fun, let me tell you something. If you start doing something and you're sitting there imagining it and you're thinking, "Oh, that'd be fun," don't go grand scale. Just go with like a simple idea, like very simple idea, and go from there. Personally, I tell you what I think would work is if somebody could do Halo Battlefield. There's no reason anyone can't do it. None of the mechanics are copyrighted. Um, you could come up with your own version of the Covenant that players have to fight. You could come up with your own version of Spartans. You could come up with your own version of ships. Helldivers proved you could do that. Helldivers are is basically it's basically our Dream ODST game. That's what it is. It's Dream ODST. And if you guys want to do something like that, do it. Okay? As Shia LaBeouf, the Shia LaBeouf meme is, just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Okay? Try to do something. Try something cool. Try to do something fun. Make something in life. Okay? Go out there, make something cool, and do something you can be proud of. Okay? Like I said, people have already done Battlefield. And I'm telling y'all, you could do Battlefield. You could just make a Halo version of it real easily. Just a simple just go Battlefield 2, make your own guns, get your own covenant, come up with a whole thing like an alien race you and your friends are gonna have to fight, and then just go in there with your own Scorpion tanks, fighting stuff. And personally, I think it'd be cool if you could do an AI where the whole system is run by an AI and the AI is trying to take over an area. And you and your friends have to stop it, kind of like with Helldivers, but you have an entire army is having to fight. Like battles on the battlefield will take actual days, like a full 24 hours to finish up the battle. So as you and your friends are fighting, you'd be fighting like long-term fights, which would be kind of fun in my opinion. But you never know. You have to figure out what the limitations of that would be, especially if you're considering something like Halo Battlefield. I mean, that would be kind of weird. All the limitations that'll go with it. I don't know what those would be. But yeah, I'm just reminiscing right now. I'm just spitballing ideas at the moment. But yeah, I guess that's all I'm gonna say to everyone in the audience. Just pray for this idea that I've got coming down the pipe. Um, eventually, there will be something to do with it, and it's not going to be. I'm gonna say this, and it's not me downplaying anything. It's my opinion of it. What I'm doing, in my opinion, is not going to be like I don't look at it as $1 million idea. I'm looking at it as maybe 1,000. Okay, and I'm not. I'm just using money to come up with to let y'all know how it's going to look. Um, I think it'll be something fun people want to do, and maybe it will grow into something bigger. I hope it would, but I'd like to do something kind of cool in this particular area, something that I like to mess around with. And I'm kind of pulling some of the stuff. I'm kind of mixing and matching ideas from some of my favorite stuff that I'm doing. And if this works, oh God, if it works, it'll be cool. By the way, guys, it's 6:02 where I'm at, and I'm gonna have to go. So I'm gonna go back, work on that product again, see if I can get. I've got a few more things I got to get done. Uh, basically, like I said, English wise, I've got things I'm writing on paper that I've got to get all this other stuff written on paper, figure all that stuff out, and then it will come to actually figuring out how the product is going to work half the time. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video today and enjoyed the live stream. Went on for a pretty good while. Did pretty good for a while, but I'm gonna have to get off. I've got some obligations this Saturday I gotta go to. My kids needs to go to a birthday party, so we're gonna go have some fun. She can escape for a little bit, and I'll come back. I will be doing Jeff probably Tuesday. Later tonight, I may be back on. And if I can get the guys together, we're going to do some Helldivers probably. It is the anniversary, and I'm going to get that shiny new chrome armor. I wonder what the passives are. I haven't seen that yet, but I've seen the chrome armor. I've seen the chrome armor. It looks great. And then I still got to get, I still don't have the other, my last tier unlocked, and I'm 500, no, 600 super credits from unlocking the latest Helldivers. What is it? The latest War Bond. I'm 600 away from that, and I'd already have the 1,000 if I wasn't being greedy and getting stuff off the net. It was like first up come the baton for like 150 super credits. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I just grab that. I was like, okay, yeah, I got the stud baton now. And then I'm going on there like, hey, do you know there's shovels now? And I'm like, oh, there's a shovel. And then I get to looking, oh, there's a hatchet. I want the Viking hatchet here. So I've taken the hatchet and been working with it. Still prefer the lance. I like the spear for dealing with illuminates and dealing with other bots and stuff. But the hatchet, working using the hatchet for like bug is fun. Using the shovel for bugs is fun because it actually just slices them up. I got into a fight with a warrior, two warriors actually the other day, and had the shovel on me, and I just get my guy start swinging, and I took like one leg off of one of them. I like decapitated another. Then I went back to the one I'd taken the leg off and just kept taking. Every time he'd take a swing, I just parry and rip off one of his legs. I got him down like two legs, like a four-legged beast. And he's down like two legs. He's desperately trying to jump. Finally, I just started just smacking him with a shovel and put him out of his misery. But anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me this Saturday, make a fool out of myself, talk about stupid stuff, and work on Jeff. Jeff, the what am I going to call Jeff? Jeff needs a title. What are we going to call Jeff? Because Gary was Gary the Woe. What are we going to call Jeff? Jeff needs a title. Jeff needs a title that's like terrifying. Anyway, but I guess come up in the comments section or go to the Discord and tell me on the Space Engineers chat what y'all think Jeff should be named. He needs a grand title. Like I said, Gary the Woe was what they called Gary. Jeff needs a title. Jeff the something. Jeff Jeff the Annihilator, Jeff the Destroyer, Jeff the Violator. I just Jeff the Herald of Boom. I don't know what we're gonna call it. But anyway, folks, thank you all for watching. And as usual, this is Badger Wild saying stay safe and stay frosty. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.